What's going on? Welcome to the FALCS Read Favourites podcast. Keep Punting podcast. We've got a huge weekend ahead with big races across Friday, Saturday and Sunday, including 4 Group 1s, which we'll get into lately. But firstly, we'll have a clap for FALCS. Like 8 or 9 winners.
No, who are you clapping for?
Some were short, but you know you still got to pick them.
Well, five favourites. Decent ones.
Well
but everything that I tipped got smashed and bolted in.
I was going to say poor FALCS. Even when he picked the rough, he got backed into $3. So anyway, look, I messed up. I thought we were taking the piss last week. As you can see with my tips, but especially after I saw Gareth put peace officer as his lay of the day. Too wide, no cover, didn't stop it. But adding on to that, Gareth is back. How you feeling? Because you sound fucked and you look horrible.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's fried. He's looking at his computer. He's actually been studying the Mandra dogs. So, look, red card. It's the 3rd time I've been sent off this season. We're going to skip over that. Some important news. We're officially banning the M word for this show. It's been as destructive as Gareth in a relationship. And the owners of Giggy Kick have filed a lawsuit against us, which I can completely get, and I hope we get sued. But look, I promise to be a bit less bullish about things, because houses will be lost, families will be torn apart, and stables will collapse if I keep going. So before we get into it, I want 2 things from you guys. Firstly, I want 2 horses each that you think are going to cover the last 4 Everest slots. Gareth?
I'll go first. We'll go Osmosis and Lost and Running.
Decent.
Gay Waterhouse horse, one of the 2, alcohol free or Hawaii 5-0. What else is there? No, that's it.
Yeah, it's 2.
It's 2. Had another one up. No.
The 3.
No,
He asked for 2.
And 1 word. Right? Remember FALCS? This time I'm trying to get one word. Who's going to win the Caulfield Guineas? Gareth?
Stapati.
Militarised.
Militarised.
Yeah.
Anyway, BLACKBOOKERS and the bin. FALCS, what do we got?
So all my black bookers and my each ways are all around 2nd and 3rd on the weekend, so I can sort that out. But anyways, the Sonic Boom was held up on the rail. They actually bolted and when it did get out, so definitely an each way next start. I do have change in the guard as well. That was 3 wide, no cover if you were on it. Just lost by a nose against Valence, so you should have won, definitely should have won. It's racing at 1600 metres this weekend, but don't really like it, so only back it at 1400 metres. Savannah Cloud, very good in the Menable race. That was at 16-1 as well, ran 2nd if you want it, one of my tips. I think over 1600, that's probably its sweet spot. And again, another sick watch, Thomas Magnum, give it one more chance, keeps him missing the start. That ran 3rd, Belmont, that's it.
You know, I had Thomas Magnum.
Oh,
It was actually humongous.
No, it was huge.
So I got Waltz on bye. It's usually not the best first up over 1200 metres, but it was very good hitting the line. 2nd up 1400 metres, definitely give it an each way. Sevenak. This horse is gelded and it ran like 9th or something, but I had the fastest last 600, 400, 200, 100 of the day at Caulfield. It was absolutely massive, held up dead last in the last race. Definitely watch it, flying. Jewess, what a run. I was on it at 26-1. Flash down the inside. That's a follow for wherever it goes next. I think it might be a Cox Plate, which might turn out to be the best race ever. Without a fight, too far back when it hit its straps was absolutely humongous. That's definitely on track for a Caulfield Cup. Celestial Legend, we said that it was going to be a black booker from the week. It was absolutely huge behind Osmosis. This thing over more ground can be a proper horse. Keep following that. Mr. Waterville. Had to weave through, 2nd up, unsuitable distance. The stable loves it. It was meant to go to the BART Cummings next week. You've got Scratch to go this week into the Metrop. I think it's a massive chance. We'll go more into that later. And lastly, Sentimental Hero. I want to kill FALCS because I love this horse, right? It was 1st up over unsuitable 1200 metres, and I kept saying to FALCS, it's the class who's going to get it home. The class is like, nah, too short. It did not look wound up at all, and it won quite nicely.
That was the last in Belmont, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
$9.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. I think it's a smart Perth horse. It's definitely something to follow. But that's my black bookers. Anything for the... Oh, you got anything?
Nothing.
Bin.
Yeah, right. Bin.
Bin. This is a good bin in my opinion. For the spring, it's a gotcha.
It's a good bin.
It's a good bin. Yeah.
That's it.
I had Espiona for this one, and this was coming, I think, third up now. All like the pro punters tipped there over 1400 metres, didn't go well at all. So I'm off that for the rest of the spring. Kerwin's Lane, very disappointing, second up over the 1500 metres.
Oh, I couldn't beat Kerwin's Lane, but goes big down and crack
Isn't it in the Epsom?
Yeah, it is. I don't know, it's not going to win this
Nah,
week, but
same for the spring. It's not
to be fair, now it's going to be up in the weights and won't really get a nice race. But anyway, for me, I got 2. Morphettville before the day. There is a bias there every single week these days. It's never fair. And horses that are there are generally not good enough to overcome the bias. So always wait till the day at Morph. I'm going to go against that later on in the day. But anyway, the last one is Krista Lily. The horse is an absolute crab now. I don't know if you saw us run. It was so shocking, mate. Its head was going everywhere. It was nearly as keen as Luke and Barley. But yeah, chuck it in the bin. Heaps of potential, but so it's a bit of a shame. Let's get into some races. Alright, so Moonee Valley, worst track in the universe, right? Friday night, stock stakes, 1600 metres. Lucas, what do you reckon?
Well, I think we're going to be on the same horse here, pretty obvious. Amelia's Jewel. Would you back it at $1.30? No, but I guess you'd tip it. But I'd rather, if I were to have a play, I'd rather have Papillion Club to run a place, which is around the 270 mark. And that's it for me on that race.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. I'll do a same race multi. Amelia's Jewel to win. Papillion Club to run top 4. I'll probably give you about $3.5. That's probably the best you could do. But you know, I think I do like Pride of Jenny as well. Second up, that does come to its runs usually. So you know, should kick to the lead. Look, I don't think it'll win, but should have every sight for sure. Then Amelia's Jewel sweeps over the top by 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's it, man. $1.35. Really, you couldn't back it, but it could be value. It could be $1.01 pop, man.
It was $1.60, I think I opened up.
Yeah, it's been smashed. Look,
No,
she's just too good, but
and the tab put it up.
and you got to tip it. Probably don't back it on the day. Might sneak it into multis. It's a bit short, but anyway. Of the other ones, I'm with FALCS. Pride of Jenny, right? Flies second up. It had no luck first up against Amelia's Jewel, 3 wide, and only stuck on to be beaten by like 2.5 lengths or something like that. So I think it's a massive chance. I'll never forget when I was on it second up at 70-1 and just lost the nose to take the sit. Anyway,
Take the sit as well.
anyway, the other horse that I don't mind for a place, these are both for a place by the way, is Party Princess. It's 35-1, $5 a place. It was just behind Antino last start. Antino was very unlucky, but so was this thing. It was right next to it. It was held up the whole straight, and when he hit the line, he hit it well, up to a mile, which suits. I think that might be nice, the $5 a drum, but look, as these boys said, Amelia's Jewel, like I said 2 weeks ago, I think she's going to go through this prep, stamp herself as the best horse in Australia. If she was going to lose, it was going to be first up, but she's just going to keep going.
Track pattern potentially.
This is what I was about to say. The only thing that can beat her is the track pattern. And if that's the case,
we'll just go to the lead.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But
still think it wins the track pattern.
Yeah, still I reckon.
As a bet, I'd do a first 4. I'd go Amelia's Jewel, Pride of Jenny, Party Princess, and Papillion Club. And I'd have something to place on Party Princess at $5, and I'd have another little sneaky, same race multi, Amelia's Jewel to win, Party Princess top 4, Pride of Jenny top 4. So that's the only ways I'd go about it. I can't back against it. I can't back anything else to win. But yeah, let's go on to the other race at Moonee Valley the same night, the MOIR. It's our first Group 1 strategy, 1,000 metres, race 7. So basically our Group 1 strategy. Just to recap, we have $100 theoretical cash to spend for each Group 1.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You chuck $50 in your real cash every week, and then the winner takes all at the end of the Perth Carnival. Whoever's got the most theoretical money. Luke, update us, you dark pig.
Well, with the money.
Yeah.
Let me actually get that up quickly. That's a good point.
Oh, you don't have it?
No,
that's good. We'll just stay here silent.
No, I've got it. Right, so you got yourself in the lead on $193.28.
Makes sense.
FALCS second on $190, and myself third on $181. So very close.
Oh, that's good. So
we'll put him up in the sky again.
Yeah, it's up here somewhere. So the King's back on top as it should be. But it is all pretty close.
Yeah, it's like
closer than Garris and FALCS' living situations. But yeah, we'll go in leaderboard order. So I'll go first, right? With the injected pace in this race, you've got Zoostar, Rothfire, Acromantula, Asphora. I think the race will shape pretty similar to the last race that Imperatriz was in, where we basically got Giga Kick shot. put to rest. Imperatrices should just sweep over the top of them and trot in, hoping there's no bullshit Moonee Valley bias. So for my strategy, I'm going $100 on the first 4 with a bit of a twist, right? So to come first, Imperatrice, that's it. Second, third, fourth, I'm going to box up Asphora, Uncommon James, Rothfire, and for a bit of a roughie, trialled up well, has residual fitness from the Brisbane winter, the Inferno, right? So that pays with $100, it's like 1,666%, so about 17 times.
So you're going to lose.
No, I won.
It's going to be, if Rothfire doesn't run top 4, they'll pay less than $100.
Wait, what?
So you're negative.
Yeah, you'll lose.
No, 16. You get 16 times the jiffy.
You get 1.
Tipped it down.
That's all it is.
No, it's 6. It's 6. It's
1,000.
yeah, 1,000. 16 times. Idiots.
Well, you said 166. I was like,
Nah.
you're gonna win nothing.
No, you idiots.
Alright, I'm actually against the favourite, not with Imperatrice. I actually don't like the way the prep 2 times in a row, 1,000 metres. Well, I can go away. My futures bet was Asphora, so I'm going to stick with it. 50 on the nose for that at $6, and 50 on the nose on Uncommon James as well. They might jump out the ground.
It's a fair bet.
But yeah, look, Imperatrice can obviously win, but I'm not taking that price because it's back at 1,000 metres. So
I can't back it at the price either.
no, so I'm going with that.
Fair enough. I'm just doing a $100 exacta with Imperatrice to beat Asphora because I was like FALCS. I tipped it Asphora to win the MOIR prior to Imperatrice.
I think we all did.
Yeah, we didn't think it was going to run into it. Imperatrice.
We didn't think Imperatrice was going to do that first up. But in all honesty, like we said, gig kick shot. Race was extremely fast. Track record of Moonee Valley, but it's the same horses.
Beat Nature Strip. It's the exact same setup. How does it?
Yeah, Asphora and Uncommon James.
I was about to say same horses with Asphora, which injects a bit more pace into it.
Yeah.
It was scary.
If it repeats its run, it's unbeatable.
Hey,
That's a great game.
Henry Dye. This is its grand final. So
no, it is. It is. It's a fair point. I don't mind your bet. I don't mind your bet.
Well, that's why I've done the exacta for the favourite to
I
beat.
think my first was a moral, but anyway, moving on. So now we have give it a rest Phil. So this is where I picked my roughie that can win or lose by 5. So I'm going to give you 2 horses in the Group 1 again, right? This is for race 9 at Randwick, the Metrop. First one is a huge prize. It's not in the Metrop, you idiot. The first.
He's obviously going to tip that.
Yeah. No, I'm not. It's not my tips. And watch it win. Anyway, number 7, Manzois, 41 to 1, $7.50 a place. Third up, Chris Waller will be targeting this. 2,400 metres is its go. It was good first up, flat second up. Mickey D back on board, who won on it in the Derby, which I really, really like. Barrier 7. If it gets the race to suit, watch out for it late. And the other roughie I have in the race, this on Saturday is the best reading horse in the country. It loves this. It has a set play. It's 3 for 3 at the track and distance. 4 for 3 with Jenny Duggan, the jockey, on board. This horse has this set play pattern that me and Gareth always follow, and for some reason it always wins. Its name's Torrance. It's 150 to 1. It's been smashed into 70s today, actually.
I actually got on 150s and 26.
Right. It's silly odds. It's done on so many occasions. Look, it's in a Metrop. It's a Group 1. Give me a rest.
Yeah, who knows?
But this is just its set play.
Give it a rest.
3 for 3 track and distance. 4 for 3 on the jockey, and it always does it third up.
Give it a rest.
Anyway, that's that.
Move on.
Randwick. All the best.
Just then.
Randwick. Premier Stakes. Race 7. 1,200 metres. Fucked race. FALCS.
I reckon it's one of the better bets in the card, Marzu. Really like it. Honestly, I actually really like it.
I'm the exact. I'm with you as well.
Look, the first up run, complete forgive.
Wait, you just baffled the fuck
Yeah,
out
I'm
of me.
serious. Complete. If you watch the run, it was completely off the map of like the fucking race, right? And at the end of the day, it's got a point to prove. It's obviously average first up. It actually like bolted down the side, man. Honestly, draws a barrier now. Gets every chance. Honestly, 15 to 1, good price.
I've got here. It's got Tommy Berry back on.
Yeah, Tommy Berry back on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Better barriers. We give one last start. It already had a slot, so it was just a run first start.
All right, so we've got another one.
Yeah,
Let me
continue.
continue. I do like like I said, Gabe Waterhouse, they needed a slot. So do like Hawaii 5-0, can't get that out. But I'm not backing it. And I also like Alcohol Free, I'm definitely backing that. I think it's trialled up okay. They haven't rushed into its prep too much either. Like the Queen of the Turf, they went straight into it. 1600 metres, flopped. As I said, need that slot. And that 1200 metre UK form is very good. So Moreira on board as well.
As long as they run, so basically that is the Yulong horse for the Everest, but as long as it runs well.
Yeah, if that runs well, it gets a slot. So each way, Alcohol Free and Marzu for sure.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so I'm saying Marsway or Marzu for everything we said before. You'd think it would need to run a better race to be any chance in the Everest. It did. It ran third in the Everest last year anyway, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the only thing that might be a knock is it's better on wet ground.
Yeah.
But besides that, I like it, and I'm going to back the favourite to think about it at about $2.15.
I actually. Like I look at this 1200 metres, I'm just like, who's it beat over 1200 metres? I know it's an unreal horse.
It's all off hype, isn't it?
It's all off hype, and look, it might come out and brain it, but with the value there,
it's going to be ready. It's going to be ready. Like it's not going to be underdone. The rest is in 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Well, I'm doing a FALCS. I've never seen a horse trial like this thing before, and specifically a Joe Pride horse. He's definitely not known for that. This thing just trucked up beside them, absolutely smashed the line. It looked like Garris in the last leg of a 4x100 metres in year 8. Similarly, the horse is just—it's so raw, it's so done, and I wanted to back against it, but I think it might just win this. I think it might win this with ease, in all honesty.
Yeah, maybe,
so I'm doing a FALCS, $2.15. I'm going to really think about it.
but lowest $2.50 was as Moses last week. That was it.
That's $2.15.
Yeah, that's what I said. Lowest one.
There we go.
But it jumped at like 3.30 as well.
Yeah, good.
What a fucking price. I do want to have a spec on one horse as a cover though. Now this horse has its last chance with me, right? It has been trying like Jesus. It draws a good barrier for the first time in like 3 preps. It should just get the perfect run behind them. It won this race last year on a suitable good track up to 1200 metres. Jamie Carr. I don't know if that's good or sucks these days. Lost and running, 15-1. Have a spec.
One more.
Maybe Quinella. It's the last fucking chance for that horse.
It will get a slot, I reckon.
If it runs well, it gets a slot.
So they're my 2, but I really do like to think about it. All right, flight stakes. Garris, what do you reckon? 1600 metres, race 6.
So similar to 2 weeks ago, I'm again taking on Tisman.
Yeah.
But this time it's purely price and price related, and the fact that it's finally drawn a shit barrier. So, I mean,
fair enough.
Just in terms of that, if it drew a barrier, I would have been with it. I would have probably thought it would be nearly unbeatable. But I'm with Komachi at 550, and I still think personally that if you switched the runs last time, Komachi would have beat Tis Invincible. Still wide no cover. It was a massive run.
No.
So I'm having $50 on that. This is a Group 1 thing, so $50 on Komachi.
No, but fair enough.
And then second horse, I'm having $5 on Summer Loving. I've just got this weird love for this horse. I think it's been crying out for the mile.
That's weird love for Summer Love.
Summer Love. Just love the sun these days.
You look like you've got Summer Love.
I visited the sun last week. And I'm having $5 at 34-1. And then the next pick, which I personally think is the best horse in this race, is Molly Knickers at $7. I'm having $30 on that. However, I'm not sure about the prep. It's 7 weeks between runs, I think 7 weeks. And it's going from 1200 up to 16.
Peter Moody's best bet of the weekend.
It's like a wish I win.
Well, I think it's his best horse. Yeah.
Who reckon it goes there wins?
Well, I think it's going to be the best horse out of the race, but like I said, not sure about the setup. But
it's a big call.
Peter Moody also said Legacies was going to be his best bet. So how did that go? And then my last $15, I'm spending it on Tuta La Vita, which has got the Magic Man on Jeho.
Yeah.
And that's at $12. Done.
Alright, so Tis Invincible. Oh Jesus, if you had a barrier, M word I reckon.
Yeah.
But I think Zach Lloyd needs to go forward with this, has to. Sit behind the leader. Just behind it probably. I'm going $50 there. Molly Knickers, as Luke said, kind of don't really like the prep, but definitely got a lot of X factor. $35, Charm Stone form, which is probably one of the best 3-year-olds in Australia, in my opinion. And I can't let French Endeavour go around about nothing, so $15 on that. Had a big last 200 outside the leader last start. Outside the leader, wide map. And yeah, 600 metres should shoot. That's it.
No Tuta La Vita?
No.
Okay.
Tuta la vida. So this is the third edition of the Tis Invincible vs Comanche show. It's the I'll start off with my 2 blackbookers from last week that have been targeted for this race the whole time. They were both huge. First off, Tutta La Vida, like Luke said, $15 at 13-1. I'm happy to have that. It's actually got the blinkers on. Chris Waller has set this race out for, I remember, since last preparation. He said that this is his flight stakes horse, so I'm going to give it a chance. Huge last start. French Endeavour, $15 at 15-1. Absolutely run of the race last start, like in terms of like who you're going to take out of it. I actually backed it at 50s and come into 4th. Yeah, definitely something to follow. Also, the trainer said this is its target. Comanche has a better barrier. It had a harder run last start, but I hope Jason Collett gets stuck on the rails because I'm gone with $65 on the freak. He's invincible at $2.70. With the best jockey in the land, Zachary Lloyd, to pull out some magic out of his ass and get my futures multis pumping. That's all right. We can't let Tis Invincible lose. And then $5 on a first 4 with Tutta La Vida, French Endeavour, Comanche, and Tis Invincible, just in case Comanche brains it. And Molly Mutanti, please relax. Right? Just wait for those. Epsom, another Group 1 strategy. Jesus Christ. 1600 metres, race 8. FALCS.
Another lottery, in my opinion, but
I don't reckon.
The inevitable was a joke. Like, you know, $7.50, I'll take it. Probably, I don't know, it's hard. But the inevitable for sure. I do like Hope in Your Heart, but I've swung away from it. Just because of the weight swing, like at the end of the day, the inevitable's but you know, race against Mr. Brightside, just lost to it, you know, drops weight this time. It's always raced at 59 kilos, and now it's getting 55 kilos, probably have nothing on its back. So yeah, definitely have $50 on that. Look, I do think this one is a big chance, pounding, as I said before, prior to this. $16, good price, looks very well weighted here, and I reckon it is a Group 1 win for sure. And Madame Pomeroy, 34-1, happy to take it. It was flat second up, but I think it's a massive chance to jump out of the ground here for sure. Just Kerry McIntyre scares me a bit. And another thing, the last like 25 winners have ran from barrier 10 onwards.
Yeah, the wide barriers are good.
So wide barriers are good here. So yep.
They use the track by the end of the day at Randwick.
Yeah. I'll go a second. Right. I absolutely hate these mile handicaps. So many bloody chances, and I've never picked a winner. Patterns are always weird, but we'll have a whack. The inevitable, like FALCS said, mate, it's a smart horse. Don't worry about tax fraud and all that. They should have won first up to a mile suits, third in an all-star mile behind Mr. Brightside equal weights. It's unreal form for this. 55 kilos, huge chance, right? So $40 on that. Hope in Your Heart, 8-1. I got $20 on that. I love this horse. Yeah, flashing run. I don't know if it likes the win, but and the day it lost at Kembla when it was a moral, still haunts me. He absolutely smacked it.
Lost to Riadini.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, lost to Riadini.
That's a mass, mate. There's too many. It's all low weight. It's all low weight.
Anyway, next I have Redina. I've got $20 at 13-1. This horse has improved through the roof in the last 2 preps. It was unreal first up, more suited to a mile, drawn perfect. Jockey sticks, have a nibble. And the other one I've got $20 on Mr. Succulent Chinese Mills Democracy Manifest at 14-1. This horse is third up to a mile. Unreal last start in Newcastle up the inside. Never missed a drum, 11 starts on a good track or at the track and distance. The winning jockey sticks, rough chance, but I think it's also worth a little nibble. And I'm shitting myself leaving out Converge, but Luke, what do you like?
With you boys as well, with the inevitable, it's actually a very smart horse. I feel like it's been underrated a lot. I think it's now favourite, isn't it? Just about.
Yeah, it is.
So I
looked at the backyard now.
Yeah, okay. But it's favourite at $6.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, whatever it is.
$7.50. Yeah.
Like the boys said, ran third to Mr. Brightside in the All-Star Mile, and with a bit more luck, probably gets a little bit closer. So maybe 25 on that. I'm with Hope in Your Heart, which I tipped on our futures episode at the start. I've got $35 on that. And then I've also on Madame Pomeroy, which also was tipped in my futures video at the start. I've got here 31-1 at $15 on it. And I'm not dropping off on Kovaliga, who I think was a bit of a hit and run, back up to a mile, down in the weights, and $25 on that at $9.
Chris Waller seems scarily bullish about it.
Yeah, it makes you sick.
I mean, like, I think that you could tell by the first up run, it went from what? It opened at $3 and jumped to $13. So the market knew it had 3 legs. It wasn't there to win. This is what it's been prepped up for. I wouldn't drop off. I think it's a class horse.
Tried up well twice.
Yeah,
in between.
so
I would say,
$25
would
a
say something like I was saying. Obviously, he's like hoping you hard, I do too. But then I looked at like the last race and Mr. Bright, so I lost by 1.4 lengths. Has 5 kilos. Inevitable has 5 kilos on that.
Yeah, no, I prefer the inevitable.
Like it's like that's the only reason why I'm not
Hoping
backing
Your
it.
Heart just looks like it's flying.
Yeah.
It is fine. It is fine. But
I
It's a
don't-
lot of any horse can
Mate,
literally win these
honestly,
races.
that's why you just have a
There's
little
been 100 to
nibble.
1 shots that have won the Epsom.
Yeah,
Like Natoya, I remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Massive price.
Pumping.
Down the outside.
Valentia? Far out, imagine.
Well, that can win as
Oh,
well.
man.
Barrett's 17, but
Imagine.
Anything can just about win. So.
next up, that was Oslo. This is the Powerball. It's the Metrop Group 1 strategy again. 2,400 meters, race 9. I'll go first, right? Just fine. So short, but
For
Jesus,
sure.
dropping 5 kilos barrier 2 should get the perfect run in transit. Might skip away, but it's just too short for me. I also have a slight query over the 2,400 with its UK form. So look, might win, but I'm going against it and I'm going very, very wide, right? So first off, I'm going to go 17, Mr. Waterville. I'm going $20 to win at $9. So my black book I previously mentioned in the show, Wallercamp has a huge opinion on it, 50 kilos, might jump out the ground and it needs to win this to have a shout at a Caulfield Melbourne Cup, which is what they're looking for. 13, Military Mission, $35 to win, $6.50 to place. I've got $10 on the win and $17.50 on the place, right?
Fuck.
It has to overcome barrier 18, but the horse is absolutely flying, and the good track 2,400 meters seems to be its go. Also gets Zachy Lloyd on, so not bad. Number 7, Manzois, as I mentioned before, $41 to $7.50 win. I've got $10 to win on that and $25 to place, for all the reasons I mentioned before. Torrens, as I mentioned before, I've got $5 each way at 150 to 1, 26 to 1. And then lastly, I've got the old boy, Ho Ho Khan, right? $2.50 to win, $5 to place at 125 to 1,
You're
right?
gonna lose it.
It's dropping 8 kilos. It hasn't raced at this weight ever since it was like a 3-year-old, right? It's dropping 8 kilos to up to the preferred 2,400 meters. It was actually huge last start at Moonee Valley, and last prep it was last seen finishing 4th in an Australian Cup. So look, I'm just going to give it a little whirl at this price, and that's my bets.
Well, I'm gonna go next because I'm actually also tipping Ho Ho Khan.
No way.
Swear to God. So I'm having 5 each way at 100 to 1. Yeah, everything you said, I was going to say. With its last one at this distance, I think it's not going that bad. It's obviously been prepped up for this.
As is.
So I think it's a sneaky little
Gets
chance.
Talia Hope as well. Same
Yeah, I know,
jockey.
she goes well with it. And then, as we talked about before, I'm with Torrens as well. At 151 to 1 and $26 a place.
Kidding.
And I'm having 15 each way on that. And then my major bet is $30 on Mr. Waterville. It's pretty obvious. Which is I think I tipped that as a Melbourne Cup chance, so you think it would have to go close to winning this if they want to bring it there. And then another one that got stuck in the same race that Military Mission came out of was Cleveland. So I'm backing that each way. I'm having 15 each way at $23 and $4.80 a drum. So that covers my $100 on that. Taxi?
I think it's the Gabe Waterhouse race in my opinion, but I'm not going with Just Fine. I don't know how many times she won, I think 10 times. But look, major bill, 2,400 meters. This was my futures tip. Not sure if it's going that good, but I do like it 4th up. It has been its target. Tim Clark goes on, which is a big tick in my opinion. Can see out the 2,400 meters, can stay. So I'm having $40 on that, and I'm having $60 on Mr. Waterville. I do like the backup, hit the line really well, has no weight. I reckon it's a massive chance, to be honest. So I'm going 40 and 60.
What, just straight out? No,
Yeah, straight out, no each way.
So what's Just Fine win by 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Just Fine might win by 6, but I'm not going to back it
Well
up.
done.
No favourites, yeah?
Luke's good boy. Yeah, he's learning. Luke's lurking, right? This is where Luke does what he did last week, basically.
And
So
just walk down.
Let's go Bali.
go on.
So I've done heaps of study for this little joke. So I'm going to New Zealand Hastings.
Far
There's
out.
I know exactly. What you mean.
Two smartest horses going around. One's undefeated, comes in at race number 5, race 5, number 1. It's called Tokyo Tycoon. It's around, I think, $1.70. And then the horse I tipped for the Golden Eagle, Legato, which I tipped a few weeks ago on the show, should have won. Up to a mile, second up. multi them 2 up to win, you get about, I think, around 450.
How much does the guy pay? 3.
270.
Yeah, about 270, 280 or something.
That's value.
Barry
It's gonna
10
lose now.
scares me. Has it done a heavy track before? It's gonna be
Yes,
heavy.
it likes a heavy
Yeah,
track.
well, there you go.
That
Wins.
would be fun.
Belmont, right? BLACKHEART BART Stakes.
Oh, here we go.
I'll go first.
What, you got the same one as me?
Fanta. $3.10. Might be value. I think we're barrier to leads, should be winning. Baby Barris does concern me, but I'm happy to be with Fanta with a fair amount of confidence about.
Baby Paris. You probably knew I was going to go with that. Baby Paris scratched last time. Looks very well placed in this to win, in my opinion. Lightweight is a big tick for it. $6.50 each way. I'm also going to go Narodio as well. $7.50 has 5 kilos on Fanta. The favourite might be... No, sorry, not the favourite. Actually, no, he's the favourite.
It is the
He's the
favourite,
favourite,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
he's the favourite. But yeah, I think Narodio's kind of screaming out for a win, and I think this is his chance. So, Narodio and Baby Paris.
Nice. I'm with Baby Paris, and I just put in brackets here with worth one more chance because they had great luck last time.
Yeah.
Not sure why it was scratched the other day, hoping there wasn't an issue. But yeah, I don't think the favourite's in as well weighted as what it was when it beat them all
Yeah,
previously.
it's not. That's why.
So I'm happy with Baby Paris
Yeah,
each way.
Yep.
So that's what I'm on.
Good, Luke. Well done.
Now do your dumb multi.
Alright guys, so we still haven't hit a multi yet. We lost by we lost by 1 leg last start in the scratching, so technically 4 came through out of the 6. But
4 out of the 5.
4 out of the 5, yeah, sorry, my fault.
Yes.
So this multi pays 33 to 1, has to be 6 legs. So we go on Friday night, Mooney Valley, the Queen of the West, Amelia's Jewel to win, $1.40 or $1.35. Randwick race 10, Airman to place. Mornington race 6, Pantaleon to place. Belmont race 4, Be Awesome to place. Belmont.
Be awesome. Never heard of it.
Run 2 lengths.
Fact was his form, right? Shut up.
Belmont race 9 in the last, Celebrity Prince to place. Partner on board, that looks like a good bet to be honest. And Sandown race 7 on a Sunday, Forgot You to place, and that pays 33 to 1.
Got you.
Have a good play on it.
Is that running?
Yep, Forgot You. Come back
Against
on
who? Is that against Antino?
No.
Mate,
Thank God.
Forgot You or a bet?
Yeah, it actually has I
My next called Aspen Guy.
I haven't looked at Sunday, so I'm not sure.
But I reckon ain't no Dildans in that race. It's flying.
Yeah.
But that's is that running tomorrow?
It's got scratched.
Okay, come out.
Alright. Alright. Best bet value later the day. Let's go on this way again. FALCS, best bet.
Airman, race 10, Randwick. Absolutely all over this. Black booked it last
Right.
start.
For once.
Well done.
Yeah, well, I think it's $6 or something. So yeah, Airman, don't even take the each way, just go on the nose. Zach Lloyd on it. Randwick would definitely stoop, should come from the outside and win. And yeah, that's it. He wins. Let's go.
Alright, me. I'm doing a 2-leg multi for
There you
best
go.
bet. Think about it. Number 2, race 7, Randwick, $2.15.
It's gonna lose.
I reckon it can sit on pace.
It's gonna
It
lose.
can sit on pace. It can sit back. I think it'll be winning here. And you can multi it up with Sandown race 6, number 1, Antino at $1.70.
That wins.
You multi them up, $3.60. Have a good weekend. Luke.
So I know we're not allowed to use this word anymore, though.
No.
But Antino.
No.
Sunday. Racing someone.
Yeah.
It's a fucking mold. So that's my best.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless the only way it loses is bad luck or it breaks a leg or something.
Yeah. So it's gonna break a leg.
Yeah, so we've just ruled it out for the rest of its career. So it's actually died on Sunday
Connections,
night.
we apologise.
So
no more
sorry.
lawsuits.
No more
become
tour.
forward.
And that's another horse that got a job and kicked off, so it might be a trend.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Value FALCS.
We got Madam Pomeroy 34 to 1 in the Epsom.
Did you put that in your strategy?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, just
25
I was gonna say that would've
For
made
me,
more
Eagle Farm race 4, Cossack, $11 a win, $3.50 a place. It was
sense. Yeah,
huge.
that's flying.
Huge last start coming from last against the pattern. It gets a perfect draw, a 3 kilo weight swing on the favourite who won. And yeah, I think it's a decent each way.
Nice. My best roughies are against your best bet FALCS,
Mm.
but I am actually going to tip Eamon after.
Mm.
But it's my favourite horse in the world, or second favourite behind Valana.
Wings.
Wings is young sister. Randwick race 10, number
Nice
6.
choice.
Nice choice.
I already knew
Obviously.
it.
18 to 1,
Obviously.
$4.
Oh,
And that could be
agreed.
the best price you get about it all prep, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
it's
Fair
not
enough.
wrong.
But it's not
1200 is a bit short still.
I just can't do it over the 12
Yeah, but it's still worth a spec in my opinion.
FALCS.
So Malaya of the day, loved this horse 2 weeks ago, Kaboo, because Eamon's going to win.
Good
I was
boy.
going to do that, but that's
Alright.
very risky.
Mate, it's
So-
back to 1200 metres. It should be
back-
going more.
Yeah, you meant staying.
It's staying at 1200 metres.
Now-
It's gone
now
from
with-
Golden Eagle.
With mine and Luke's lay of the day, basically we're just giving Faves an extra leg. So my lay of the day is race 7, number 11 at Belmont. Fine Touch. It's $2.70.
Ooh.
It's up in grade, and I think there are a few more seasoned horse that have it on him. But Pike $2.70, Jesus Christ.
I actually
I
like
have no
that.
idea
I
who
like
that. I don't even know that
that.
horse either.
It's versing better horses, man.
Drops down 100 metres.
Who's in the
100
race?
And versing Cashaway, versing.
Yeah,
Oh,
nah, true.
Yeah, cash rate, unreal bet.
Yeah, I reckon too.
Nah,
I've never heard of that.
$2.70.
I've
Like
never
you
heard
said,
of,
just ran really good last start.
I've never heard of that.
When
horse.
Pikey jumped on.
1 by 3 lengths.
Anyway,
But
my,
against no one.
my lay of the day comes up in
Oh, you got it.
Mornington.
Wait. Who?
Block ears. You don't want to hear it? No. Mornington race 8, number 3. It's called Miss Galore. To be fair, I'd never heard of the horse. I just laying it because I like the other horse in it called Lady D.
Okay, do you know who Miss Galore is?
Oh, yeah,
It's the horse that came second to Cast in Adelaide last year.
it doesn't matter. Cast a crab.
Alright.
Anyway, Lady D is for me.
He's lost.
Moving on.
Facts.
I have no brain cells. leave
Okay,
me alone.
best of the rest. Alright,
Oh,
I'll quickly run through them. This might take a while. Alright,
fast.
I'll quickly go.
Alright.
Alright.
so we're going to go Friday, Moonee Valley. Right, I've got, first off, I've got race 1, number 3, Rambler Rebel. $20 a win, $4.20 a place each way. Third up, 1600 metres. It loves the valley. Much easier field than it's had this prep. Johnny Allen on board, who has a win on it. I think it's a good each way gamble. Race 8, I've got a Tommy 2 play. Number 2, She's All Shenanigans at $5 to win, $2 a place. Was dominant against all of these last start and doesn't get that much worse at the weight, so I think Steph's a bet. And at a bigger price, a horse that I think is extremely smart. Number 6, Bossy Nick. If you can run on the valley, 15-1, $4 a place could be value. Moving on, I've got Saturday, Randwick, race 4, number 13, Altivo, $3.70. Desperately unlucky last start. And with any even luck from barrier 15, with the best jockey in the universe on board, Zachy Lloyd, I think this has a huge winning chance. And I actually didn't put the price or the numbers, but I've got race 10.
It's about 370.
No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry,
Also,
next
after that, I've got race 10, Airman, which is what, number...
Not sure.
The bottom.
Anyway, race 10, Airman, Luck Falc's best bet. Get on.
Get on.
Then I've got Belmont, race 5, number 3, Go Forward at $4. This thing flies fresh and it trialled the house down. Good field, but I think you can get the job done with a bit of class and a good barrier. This is my next best bet. Eagle Farm, race 9, number 5, E Katarina. $4.50, trialled up super behind Uncommon James. Drawn very well with 3 kilo claimer Bailey Wheeler on top, who's flying. With even luck, it will be beating these in pure class. I think the horse is extremely
That's
smart.
got that Zerastra in it, eh?
It's gonna
That-
beat,
that's
beat
good.
Zarastra, but
I was gonna do Zarastra as my lay of the day. I reckon it wins E Katarina. Morpherville, race 6, number 8, Aruga Mama. $7 to win, $2 to place. Been waiting for this thing to step up in distance. It is absolutely flying. It gets a 2 kilo weight swing on the fave, who I was on last start, 16 reasons. Drawn well, with Stubby Holder on board. If it's not too later-ish, great each way value. Then I've gone to Hastings, race 7. I've got a Tommy 2 play here. I've got number 14, Legato, $2.70 as one of Luke's bets. And then I've got number 8, Le Creek, $17 to win, $4.20 a place. Every prep it improves a ton second up to a mile. I've also got a little same race multi there with Legato to win, Le Creek top 4. I don't know what price you get, but it should be good value. Then let's go to Sunday real quick. Sandown, race 1, number 2, Wishlaw Lass, $2.60. Good barrier, very good first up, should just about win here. And then I've got race 5, number 10. Right, this horse sleeps with the light on. Vegeta Sam. It's $4. It has unreal form behind the likes of Marquess and How Good Are You, which is extremely good form for a race like this. Flying as a gelding. Up to this distance, I think we can get the win here. And lastly, I've got a multi over the few days. I've got race 7 at Randwick, Think About It to win. Race 9 at Eagle Farm, E Katarina to place. Race 1, Wishlaw Lass. Race 1 at Sandown, Wishlaw Lass to place. And then race 6 at Sandown, Antino to win. Gives you about $9. Falc's.
cool. Alright, so I'm going this Friday, race 8, Skirt the Law, $3.90. Look, probably dismissed last run, was okay in all fairness, but massive field, barrier 20, wasn't really keen on it. Should get the gun run here, I reckon it's definitely hard to beat. Randwick race 4 against our TiVo. I like this horse. Bit of a rough result here, I reckon. Political debate, $13. J-Mac on, just missed at a benchmark 100.
That's in the Epsom as well.
Yeah,
so
it's
It's
also
going to the Epsom.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, if it doesn't go into the Epsom, then this is a bet. I'm not sure if it is going to the Epsom, but yeah,
I
race
think
4
it's-
that.
There's one more horse to come out. I
Yeah,
think.
I hope it doesn't. Anyways, race 5, my next best at Randwick, Tom Kidden, $2.50. Had a similar run to Cafe Manelli, which I think is a big chance as well, but draws inside, national board.
Have you seen the weight swing it has in it?
Yeah.
4 kilos.
Yeah.
Tom Kidden has 4 kilos in Cafe Manelli.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna wins. Anyways,
I think that would be.
Mornington race 6, Pantalonian, whatever his name, Pantalone. $4.50, looks well placed here with the weight. Isn't up against anything special in my opinion. Should be winning third up, looks good, drops 5 kilos as well. Eagle Farm, race 9 against Phil's bets. Zarastro, $2. Horse is flying in my opinion. James Allman on board, should go straight to lead and win. Belmont, race 2, Ruler Rocket, $2. I was on it last start, but I think can turn the tables for sure. Should go straight to lead, win again.
Finally drew a barrier.
Yeah, draws a
Back to
barrier.
1,000
That's the
metres.
problem. Yeah.
Fine. And it exceeded the barrier.
Yeah, and this is my best bet at Belmont. Race, I actually don't know why this is $7, makes no sense. Race 6, Sodanell? Sodanell.
I was going to back
You're getting $7 here, right? Drops in class, just behind Williams, who won the Cow Cup. That's like
down the bottom.
yeah, one of the Cow Cups, yeah. And look, I think
Won it already.
Next week.
yeah, it drops down in class.
probably will
Four
win it.
4-5, mate. This is a good bet. $7, taking that for sure.
Very good bet.
Last race at Belmont, race 9, Celebrity Prince each way, was on the last start. Progressive horse for sure. Hopefully should sit 3 wide, recover, beat these boys, or guys, whatever. And Sandown on Sunday, last one. Phil, Vegeta Sand, very good bet, 4th up, ready to go. Back in Melbourne, looks good. Antino, race 6, not going to say it, but yep.
Mo.
And then last one, this is my best bet at Sandown on Sunday. Forgot you, $6 each way. You're getting a good price here. I reckon I'll probably jump at $4. Blake Chin on board, third up. Looks good, gelded.
What distance is that? 2,000?
1,800.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm definitely back at that. I didn't even know it was running. You done?
I'm done.
Alright, cool. So I've got a Tommy 2 player at Randwick, race 5, number 1, same as FALCS, Tom Kidden at 2:30. And I'm also going to have a cover each way on the number 3 Townhouse.
That's the danger. That's the danger.
Then we go to Mornington, race 5, number 2, another Tommy 2 player here. I've got Aravine at 3:40. And the number 12 Commando Drift each way at $16 and $4 a drum. Never lost second up. And then race 9, number 8 Lady DD, which is against my lay of the day, which will probably make me look stupid again. And then we go Eagle Farm, race 5, number 17 Naval Trader
Good bet.
at
Yeah.
$3.10.
Was gonna put that in.
Tough run last time. Draws well. I reckon should just be winning. We've got the one at Belmont, which has got form of the best horse in WA. A lot of banter. It's race 3, number 1 Ripcord.
Oh, yeah, good bet.
At $3.80. And then Morpheville, I've got a Tommy 2 player. I'm with you, Phil, for one. Aruga Mama at $7.
What a bet,
I
eh?
know, weird that we both picked that. And the other one I like in the race, also at $7 each way, is Tap In for Par. And then to finish up, I've got a multi throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It starts on Friday. Moonee Valley race 6, number 6, Queen of the West, Amelia's Jewel. Then again, Moonee Valley, the race after, the favourite Imperatriz, which we've already talked about.
Yeah.
Saturday, Hastings, race 5, number 1 unbeaten horse, Tokyo Tycoon. And it finishes with the moral on Sunday, Antino.
That's it. Nice multi.
And it pays around $6.50 or something.
You're gonna lose second leg.
I don't know.
And
So,
the last
So, last week was a bit average for someone like myself, but I have a good feeling about this weekend. There's heaps of punting, heaps of better beer, heaps of tomato sauce meat pies and that with the grand final. But when it comes to punting, you might have a bet Friday, and Imperatriz and Amelia's Jewel both lose with a bit of Moonee Valley bias. You might get the Saturday and somehow Carlton win the flag. And think about it, this is the kick by 10. But again, don't stress. Because Antino is a moral. Put the house on it. Keep punting and gamble responsibly.
All the best.
Guys.